Gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's David Ojabo there for the tackle. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 3rd and 2, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. David Ojabo able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well. On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. At their own 45-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. Now it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Jackson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They go play action now. Jackson. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down.
The Ravens at 5-4 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Jackson to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 4, this is second down and 1. Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This is intercepted.
Picked up by Roquan Smith.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Still in the first quarter, but what a
great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 2nd down and 6 now. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now Watson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 7.
On 1st and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after one. Here's 2nd and 10.
24.
Watson off play action. Going out wide, finds Chubb. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And it's 3rd down.
26.
To throw is Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, 31. 24 is down. He's coming.
Again, it's Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
24 is down. He's coming. 55.
Throwing again is Watson. And he overshot him. Bounds incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Ready.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, red.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Do you remember?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Second and short now following the fumble.
Middle.
Here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll run with Mitchell. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Jackson now off the bootleg.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
13.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Jedrick Wills, former 1st-round pick, guilty there.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Thompson Robinson will look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Take it at the 37. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A short throw caught by Andrews. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the gun, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Jackson. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Jackson going to change things up a bit. Here's Jackson throwing on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they've got it inside the 10 at the It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field. He may go.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there.
His 12th rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Tucker now to add the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted. Because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only... Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, middle.
Now it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to get this down to the 35. Yards there, a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Hey, middle.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. This now a 3rd and 4.
13. You. Ready, shot. Hey, report.
Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he's able to break out a 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
At the Browns' 8-yard line.
Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay from 8 yards out. And the Ravens open the lead up to 34-0. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening it up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack. Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They've got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And Chubb try the middle here. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
1 yard gain.
Now they'll audible to something else.
At the Ravens' 14-yard line.
Thompson Robinson now to throw.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Down the right sideline.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Ravens continue to pour it on here in the fourth. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
On the double.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 12. First down, Cleveland.
Black shot.
First and 10, Thompson Robinson.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Come on, set.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Thompson Robinson now. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And once more, it's Thompson Robinson.
Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Browns on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Thompson Robinson throwing here.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
No, we changed it. Go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and I'm going to tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Missing, right? No.
Right back to Mitchell here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 154 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. There he goes, right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Tucker with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Here we go.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Go up, blue strikers. Ready?
The DTR going to throw it here. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Hey, go Peter. Let's go. Go set.
On first down, Thompson Robinson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays. but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Boy, 203 yards on the ground for him so far. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
At the 43-yard line.
Another run with Mitchell.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He hasn't been sacked all game, and there's an example as to why. Evaded the pressure, got out of the pocket, but even with the extra time, it doesn't translate into a completion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
And the Browns come up with a late turnover. But it will probably matter to the statisticians as this